Hello and welcome to the program. I am Suren. We are all the children of the universe. We all are from the stardust. Do you know how to communicate with the universe? I know one thing. The universe is populated with extreme intelligence, more than the humans that live on this glorious planet Earth. Question: is there any opportunity for one to really discover what one needs to discover to make life a most enjoyable experience here? What I'm intending to relay is, firstly, has nothing to do with a so-called magical practice as some in the past assumed that I too was one of them. Just like the members of the cult called Jehovah's Witnesses. I'm hoping that some of these lovely people are also tuned in to what I am about to say. This has nothing to do with or for becoming wiser, fully developed in mind and spirit, having obtained the keys to ultimate goals. A supposed friend asked me fiercely to supply him with the right keys so that he could eliminate the humanity from the face of the earth. And personal success of getting filthy rich. It really is simple and far superior to that. However, it has nothing to do with dogma, rigidity, or any religion, and certainly not a system which encourages people towards separations from the reality of life, as with some cultist movements such as the Witnesses. We are not out here to sell the so-called financial planners, commission to dealers, or dealers in kind of detrimental products. Here is an important question. What is it then, the actual reality about life, and what every living being needs to do and have to achieve the highest state of existence upon this unique planet Earth? Well, let me put it this way. We are not better than anybody else around us, and certainly not worse. But some of us have good reasons to want to share our hard-won knowledge and experiences. It is like having found a treasure and wanting to share it with others like you. When we were younger, we all have at times taken big risks and tried to consume the unripened fruit, and sometimes thinking this could be the quickest way to personal success. Then we became a little wiser and have invested on the advice and teachings of advisors from the far superior quarters of the wide universe. We were still nowhere near perfection, nor any success towards peace, creativity, inventiveness, you name them. We have then asked, why was it that only 2 or 3 people in 100 who listen or even read these lines would act on them and go on to achieve the independence and personal fulfillment we all desire somehow? One can say that it takes some diligence within a world of plenty, where people are baffled and where they do not seem to know where to start or where to turn to for utterly independent advice and guidance. Unfortunately, what such independent advice usually adds up to is some people trying to sell you something that will supply them with fat commissions. Many, on the other hand, look at the pitiful records of so-called gurus and other professionals. Time after time, a large percentage of them underperform, leaving their followers stranded. During years of research, some of us were eventually lucky to meet and work with the greater minds from cosmos. There is a huge wealth of wisdom, knowledge, and ways to all areas of success to be gained from them. Whether it be successful investing towards a superior wealth on the monetary area of growth, or supreme intelligence development and total independence from earthian bondage, was still tending the beautiful planet in its physical existence. It all comes down to 7 key principles and simple techniques. So then, are we starting to put those methods, principles, and techniques which have been learned by us, some of us, and ideally using into a practical format which can be easily adopted and applied to any average or by any average person who is a seeker of success and even wealth? What are these key principles we speak of? 1. No one can become successful relying on an advisor or a guru. One must learn how to acquire the knowledge and confidence to make one's own decisions towards success. 2. One can invest in anything, but regularity in adding in some amount each day, week, month, or year, no matter how large or small, is far more beneficial than those lump sums in knowledge, wisdom, and wealth-related issues. 3. One must take most advantage of what is known as the miracle of compounding. Four, one must use diversification to keep what is gained safe and growing. As with one's investments, even one's money. 5. Remember that all that wisdom, mysticism, spirituality is yours to utilize, even your money, and not just what is left over after a hefty chunk is taken by the governments. As with your financial gains, there are many ways to substantially reduce taxes, for instance. One may use the proceeds for further investing, compounding. It is the same, if not far superior, with cosmic insights and discoveries, which can never diminish, but grow. 6. It is better to observe what the general public is doing, and better still to do the opposite. In other words, the general public becomes extremely emotional about these issues and usually not quite right. 7. It is better not to invest in anything you do not understand. Brutal, but the most unfortunate fact is that many so-called advisors, religious groups, and the gurus are salesmen without too good records. Many people discover it far too late. Many are stuck, having nowhere to turn. It is no wonder that nobody can trust the impartial advice or guidance. We have every reason to be delighted that we are not, as a whole earthian human family, alone in the universe and surrounded with great minds in this one universe, and its multiple parallels, and its past and present inhabitants, and with the collaboration of our wonderful relatives and friends from the cosmic, ethereal, and earthian realms. And this is not fantasy or imagined ideology. All of the proven and practical strategies and techniques that many of us past and present have learned and used, it is in our DNA, have been put together into a unique and plain study. Believe it or not, but I will put it this way. It is a genuine breakthrough in education, particularly in future terms, for success, even unto wealth for everyone. Question: would it not be an excellent idea if one could, at one's own pace, in a series of self-contained and certainly not technical guides which can get right into the point, there happens to be a program showing us how to establish these important stages without bias of any sort, nor any discrepancy. For as we will discover, all the information contained is inspired and conducted by the supreme minds of development for much longer time than the known humanity has been around. I believe we will discover how to uncover our potentials towards our personal goals, whilst even investing in things we may have thought we never had. You too may be utterly surprised at how easy it is to learn how to evaluate people, their schemes, their interests, as well as applying it all towards wealth and great happiness through people and money management. We all can learn in detail a number of simple behind-the-scenes techniques which we normally never hear about. You will then discover how to multiply through wisdom you never thought you had. There is so much more to knowledge, and as one can see, the Personal Success Program is not a collection of tips or technical confusion. One will find that each self-contained part is carefully structured, following logical steps. This sort of program needs to be provided and managed independently by great, experienced minds and are not connected with any rigid organization or religious groups, nor commissioned salespeople, agents, or even gurus. One can be absolutely certain, just as Nikola Tesla was, that what you learn will be absolutely for your own benefit, but also assisting the whole world of humanity. Imagine giving yourself an excellent chance of being well. The reason for one to want to continue with this envisaged program can only be due to quality of information and the results you can have. There you have a few pointers to consider. We will talk some more about these wonderful issues as inspired from the universe. Thank you for watching. I shall be with you, with and within the next episode. Until then, keep smiling and be happy.